Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever and wherever you get to join me from. I'm Dr. Jan. This is Russell Institute of Learning Sidebar Education. What a wonderful experience I had this afternoon. I was telling my husband yesterday that, I might be opening a can of worms, that as we are looking at renewing education and trying to have the opportunity to make these discussions, that as we come out of COVID and virtual learning, that why are we going to continue to do what we've always done over the last 150 years and seen no real change in the results? Okay, so I knew that. And I didn't know if anybody else was thinking like me. And if I had recorded this earlier in the day, I might have had a different focus. But I met a friend of a friend who's in business. And so it really reaffirmed to me that there are other people out there who are of like mind. That this person had said they had to do an employee evaluation. Hadn't seen the employee for maybe 16 months because of COVID, and the woman had been out on maternity leave and some other things, but he was still responsible for a evaluation. And that, you know what? During that time, her performance was excellent. She met her deadline. She did all of the work. And so again, how are we going to go back in corporate world, not just education, but business, medical, in some of these places where people have been working remotely from home? How are we going to force them to go back? When there are, yes, we need to have some social outings and ability to interact and mingle, but when you are home, there are things that might be to a benefit that allows your home and life to be merging versus so separate. Now for me, I know that I work more hours from home than I would if I were at the school, because I start before I would have been at school and I end way after. I take a dinner break and I come back. I just think that this is an excellent time. But I was so excited to hear that I'm not the only person who sees a great opportunity that at this time in history, that we have an opportunity to change the underlying structure of our businesses, our education, of the structure of how we formulate business and actions. So I just was excited that it's not just renewing education, but it's renewing how we look at work, home, and life. And that people are very capable of being responsible and getting their work done and documenting that, hey, this project is done above board and ready to go. So the same thing that we can see as for students as we go back. What is it that we are really trying to measure? Are we measuring that they put in 8 hours a day, or are we measuring that they completed the project at a 90 to 99% success rate, and that it can be implemented and rolled out on time? So those are the discussions. And so I look forward to us all starting to have a conversation versus us jumping right back into the way things have always been in whatever field you are in. And let's look at what is it that we really want to accomplish and what is the final outcome of everything that we are doing. Begin with the end in mind and then work our way back. We are no longer an agricultural society. We, by technicality, are no longer an industrial society. We are an internet technology society, and they've said we've even sort of started passing that. So what is it that we need from our students, from our community, our co-workers, and how are we going to do that, knowing that we are planning for the future 20, 30, 40, 50 years in advance of jobs that may not even exist now. So how are we educating and how are we planning for the structure and the foundation for those jobs and those people to exist long after we're gone? But we can help and we can leave a legacy. I'm Dr. Jan. Thanks for joining me on Russell Institute of Learning Sidebar Education. And please like, follow, share, comment. I want to know how many others are out there that really realize this is an opportunity of a lifetime for us to implement change that could be lasting and beneficial and meaningful. Thanks. See you tomorrow.